Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Jabari VOC Media. And I'm here with my bucket hat. I'm a One Piece fan. Me and my girl love One Piece. It's something that we share. And today we're going to have an interview with Helen Blondel. She should be here in a few minutes. Um, so I wanted to give a quick announcement before I bring our guests on some quick announcements that's going on. So there is going to be for everybody that's listening in the new, not even just New Haven, Connecticut, or wherever you could catch a train. Let me get it up here. Let me get it up here. I just freaking saw it. And now, how's everybody doing today? Let me know in the comment section below how you doing today, guys. There on August 16th, I just had the flyer and now it's gone. Don't y'all? All right. August 16th, everybody mark those days on your calendar because on August 16th, let me see if Fod posted because I just had it and I could have sworn posted it, but I guess I did not post it. There's going to be a huge demonstration. Please go out to New York City. It starts at 11:15. There's going to be a huge demonstration in New York City. People are meeting at the train station. There's going to be a whole group of people from Connecticut alone that's going to be meeting in New Haven to go to New York City. And there's going to be a huge demonstration for Palestine. So make sure that you are plugged in. I'm trying to get the information for you guys right here. Here we go. Okay. Get on the train. It's going to be on at Bryant Park. So actually they'll be meeting at the train station at 11:15, guys. Okay. Want to make sure I put this out. It's already on my page right now as we speak. It's going to be on my page on IG because I thought I already posted it, but I didn't. So the demonstration at Bryant Park on August 16th, it's a Saturday. Please make sure you are hydrated. It's going to be at 2 p.m., guys. 2 p.m. And if you are in Connecticut, you can meet with a lot of the people that's attending at 11:15 at the New Haven train station. That's Union Station in New Haven. So definitely check that out. Another announcement. Um, Please let me make sure I write this into the because I realized it got deleted, so I got to rewrite it. PAL Relief, PAL Crisis, PAL Crisis Relief. If you want to help and you don't know how to help out with what's going on to help displaced families, please go to IG, PAL Crisis, IG as in Instagram. I know I use a lot of acronyms because it's easy for my brain. PAL Crisis Relief. And I'm going to put the name on the screen for you as well, too. PAL Crisis Relief. I can spell, it's okay. PAL Crisis Relief on. Here we go. I'm going to put it on right now. Boom. There you go, guys. PAL Crisis Relief on IG to help displaced families. There's I have spoken with the medical nurses that are volunteers. They helped over 100,000 displaced families right now. So please, if you want to donate, PAL Crisis Relief. All right. So we're about to bring on our guests. I hope those announcements are good. I'm going to put more posts about those announcements, everybody. So make sure you pay attention to what's going on. Let's bring on our guests. We have one of my first musical artists when this show started. And I want to thank you so much, Helen, because you don't know how much it was beneficial for you to come on this platform. And it's like your third time, right? So,
Yeah.
you know, third time coming on this show. Thank you so much. That means so much to me on staying connected and staying and being interested in coming on because you are doing so much and we're going to get into what you're doing. So I really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me. I'm very excited to be here again. I think it's been like over a year, right?
The last time we spoke, yeah, I believe, yeah.
Wow.
Wow, it's been yeah. So there's a lot to talk about because we have definitely been paying attention, and to all the guys in the DM, she's married, so relax. Calm down, all right? Jesus. All right.
I'm actually not married.
Oh, I thought you were.
No, I'm actually extremely single, but
Oh, my bad.
I am married to my music, and I'm married to my passion. So
Nice.
yes, that counts.
Hell yeah, that counts. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
How you been?
Oh, wow. Well, I've been really good.
How you
I've just
feeling?
been really focused on really just everything that I'm doing. So focused on my work, focused on expanding with my music and my art. And I think that's something that it really keeps me focused and on the grind.
We just played your new song.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we just played your new song, Prisoner.
Oh,
And
thank you.
as a metalhead, I am very, very happy. I have dreads, but I'm wearing my one piece hat today. But I
Nice.
was definitely swinging my dreads, headbanging, and all that stuff.
Yeah. I'm so glad. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. It's actually really interesting because I've always enjoyed metal and all types of rock music, but I never really decided to create within the genre until this previous year, or actually until 2020 2025. Yeah. So I'm really excited. I really like it. I grew up listening to music like such as Evanescence and Linkin Park. And so
Mm.
to be able to create within these genres it's a really special thing for me.
Now, were you able to find a band to curate your sound, or were you able to find producers? How were you able to create this sound?
Yes, so both of my songs within the genre, Red and Prisoner,
Yep.
are actually produced by the same producer, Nicolaus Griveles. Shout
Nice.
out to him. He's
Yes.
great. He's also produced for major artists such as Tate McRae, and yeah, I would love to one day work with a band. I think that would be really neat because we could make the music in real time. But so far, that's the person I've been working with for my instrumentals.
All right. That's really dope though. Oh wait, let me get my forgot to get my drink out. I don't want to be parched.
Oh yeah.
Um yeah, that's really dope. I also like how you mentioned Evanescence. I'm a huge Amy Lee fan as well. Lincoln
Yes.
Park is really great. Do you ever heard of Hollywood Undead by chance?
No, I haven't.
Oh, check them out when you get a chance.
Yeah, sure, definitely will.
I'll be seeing them in Hartford next week actually. No,
Nice.
no, no, not next week. September 13th, I think. One of those. Um yeah, I mean because like one thing I like about metal and like that's how I know that like you're not the average singer. Um because you are able to genre blend, and it's very difficult for a lot of singers to be able to blend and bring in that same authentic emotion. Like I wouldn't even, from hearing you, because I know your music, if I heard you for the first time with those two songs, which by the way, Red and Prisoner is definitely my favorite songs out of your catalog right now, but
Thank
I also like your other music as well too. But I would never have known that you also can do R&B, hip hop, and techno and all that stuff like that. I would have known. I would have just thought you was just a metal artist the whole time because you have that range. You also have that pitch. You're able to curate to whatever genre of music you decide to do. That's crazy.
hate that. And that means a lot because growing up, I really I listened to everything. So I listened to classical music, world music. Of course, I've listened to different various genres within classic rock as well as within metal. And then all the genres in between. So really to hear that my music is being received with authenticity, like to hear that I sound authentic means a lot, because every song that I write is a song that comes straight from the heart. Literally, like most of the
Facts.
songs I write them right here at 3 in the morning, like with my like, typing.
Insomniac.
Yeah, yeah. So, so I think actually with Prisoner, most of the music part, actually I wrote it in my car 10 minutes before work. It just kind of, the melody just came to me, the lyrics just came to me, and I was like, okay, let me get my phone out and record myself singing it. And then later on I tweaked it to make it go a little bit more with the music and everything. But yeah, most of my creative process, it just happens right here in my room.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I mean, that's there's always, we already had the conversation about the process of writing and stuff like that, and like it's just really really amazing how a lot of great artists of all different spectrums, they have so many different methods of how they want to do things and how they want to write music,
Yeah.
and like there's literally just no right answer at this point.
It isn't, because something that I realized, because I've been singing since I was maybe 8 years old, but I only put out my first self-written song in 2020. And something I realized is that there's such an added layer when you sing music that you wrote. It's your product. It's like your brainchild.
Right.
So when you're in the process of creating, there's no, like you said, there's no one way to do it. Some people will come up with the melody first, other people will come up with the lyrics first, other people, kind of like how I am in the middle, one minute I'll come up with a melody first, and then for another song I might come up with the lyrics, or maybe even with the background music. I hear the background music, I'm like, I can write something on top of this. So really there's no right or wrong way to write.
Yeah. Yeah. And I saw that also you are a recording academy voter.
Yeah.
And that's with the Grammys, from
Yeah.
my understanding, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Um First of all, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You are definitely the first recording academy member that I have ever had on the show, and I have had tried to get other academy members on.
It's gonna
How
happen.
how did that happen?
Well, yeah, so what's interesting is that even though I've been immersed heavily into the world of music since I was a kid, I guess I had a little bit of imposter syndrome. Like, I'll see other people doing it and I'll be like, "Oh, one day I'll get there." But it's
Mm,
like, "Wait a minute. I already have so many credits out with music. I've already
right,
done a lot. Why not just apply?" And
right.
so on a random it was really random. So I just decided in March, February or March, it was
Hmm.
toward the end of when they were accepting applications. I said, "You know what? I'm gonna apply." And it's not an easy organization to get into. So I already kind
Right,
of had in my mind, like, okay, well, if I don't get in, there's always next year.
right.
But when I found out that I got in, I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is so amazing." And it's really great to be part of an organization that is literally about music. It's all
Hmm.
about music, and I eat, sleep, and breathe music. In fact, the whole reason I found out about belly dancing was because of music.
Right.
And I utilize my knowledge of music and passion for music with my belly dance for my dancing as well. So it's all intertwined.
That's really, really amazing. Um,
You.
because the Grammys is a big deal for people that don't know what's a big deal in music. The Grammys is a big deal.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know that artists make, artists that are big, they love to criticize the Grammys, but that's only because they're big and they can do that, guys. I just want you to know that. like it's absolutely insane. I can't believe and when you said that it's a rigorous process, hell yeah it is. The conversations I have had with people behind the scenes in music, like whenever I talked about that, they were just like, man, I tell you, man, it's difficult. If anybody can apply, but
Yeah.
it's like that's a huge accomplishment. That's
Yeah.
that's absolutely amazing because you have. I think that you are a perfect fit because not only you have the experience and you also teach music, right? You used to like do classes for people, if I remember correctly.
So I did freelance vocal
Yeah.
lessons every now and then. Someone, before they had a show or something, they would come to me and I would do freelance vocal lessons. And I do offer that as a service.
Mhm.
So if anybody is looking for some online vocal lessons, I'm here.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm gonna tell you, just off of like listening to her discography, just discography. I don't even know if I pronounced that word. I'm sorry, just got to work. um, yeah, she definitely has the credit. So I'm gonna tell you right now, very great vocal teacher to have, and it's like it basically solidifies everything that you have been working hard for. Just being able to be a voter on the Grammys, it's insane. Like, so that means you're going to be visiting the Grammys. Are you gonna pull up?
Hopefully, hopefully. I have my fingers crossed. Every day is a different day with different plans, and
Mhm.
I want to travel. I want to do so many things with my shows and everything, but I am still independent, so working a lot.
Yeah,
But hopefully, fingers crossed, I can go.
that's really really dope. I'm happy for you.
Thank
Um,
you.
and just real quick for people that don't know, for artists that don't know, do you know the process of how they can apply to be considered for a for Grammys? Is there is if you know?
You do require two recommendations.
Hmm.
So two recommendations of other musicians, other artists.
Okay,
So yeah,
you
that's
hear
that's
that,
how
guys?
you first get in the door to apply, and then after that, of course, the actual application process.
All right, guys. So if you want to win a Grammy, you just heard the game.
Oh, to win a Grammy? Well, to
Oh,
win a
sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. So let me backtrack.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's to get into the academy.
Hmm.
But to win a Grammy, I have no idea how that process
Okay.
is. Yes, but to get into the academy, you do need two recommendations, and after that, they will give you the application to apply to get into the organization.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Because I have had Grammy nominated artists on the show, and
Mhm.
I'm like, shouts out to Finn. Finn, if you hearing this, Finn and Huckabee, great music. I'm so happy for you that you got nominated. I think it was last year. And it's just so amazing when I hear about these artists that I have interviewed get Grammy nominated. I'm just like, oh my God, I need to post about this. I interviewed you. I gave you your first interview. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now I get to say I interviewed Helen Blondel when she became a voter for Grammys. All right. Thank you for that. It's a big deal for me. Now you were on a contest. Was it like a swimwear contest in Miami,
So
Florida?
yes. So during Miami Fashion Week, I did
Okay.
a couple of different fashion shows, some of which actually happened in Orlando as well. So that was really interesting. It was my first year doing swim week.
Hmm.
Um I was feeling super confident because while fitness has always been something that I'm somewhat passionate about, I got really into it these past few years, like maybe like late 2024 up until now, I got into weightlifting and
Mhm.
going to the gym, and it's something that kind of boosted in a way, like even though I feel like confidence is important no matter what, I feel like the confidence that I've gained from being healthy and being strong, it kind of just led me to just being like, you know what, I'm gonna apply, I'm gonna audition. And when I got the letter that I made it in, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to actually be modeling for Swim Week. This is crazy. So
Wow.
it was a really fun experience. I think that was my first, I guess, official modeling gig.
Okay.
I've done like promotional modeling in the past, but actual runway walk, that was my first time, and it was very fun.
Wow, that was your first time.
Yeah.
Okay. And you didn't think that you were gonna get in. You just was like, I'm just gonna apply.
Yeah, because there's so much that goes into modeling that a lot
Mhm.
of people don't talk about. Like, for example,
Yeah. Could you explain?
yeah, so posture, the method of walking itself.
Okay.
So also, not to mention height, I'm very short. So
Mm,
uh that's also something that I think is a big I don't want to say misconception, because there are height requirements in the modeling world, but I guess I was psyching myself out before, saying, "Oh, I'm too this, I'm not this, so let me not apply." But when I actually got in, I was like, "Oh, okay, so I can be a model in short. It doesn't matter, at
mm.
least for swim week and this type of stuff. It doesn't matter."
Okay. Okay. And like, what was the Wow. Okay. So now that you got in, I guess, are you gonna? Is it something that you really enjoyed doing, or is it something that you consider yourself doing again? Um.
Um, if the opportunity presents itself, and if I'm available at that
Mhm.
time, then sure. It's definitely something I would categorize more as a hobby,
Mm,
because really music is what I'm really aiming to continue doing. But I
mhm,
will never close myself off to an opportunity. If offered the opportunity to do something similar and I
mhm.
can, I will definitely do that.
Yeah, and we're close to the same age, right?
Yeah.
So how did you feel about the early 20s? Was it majority them that was part of the crowd? Were you able to vibe with the new generation?
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm able to really vibe with anybody, regardless of whether it's 20s, 30s, 40s.
Right.
There were Gen Z there. There was a lot of millennial models as well.
Oh,
I
let's go.
Yeah, and I even met some Gen X, so it was really cool. I feel like the number one thing is just everybody is in their own um they're at their own specific place within their journey.
Got you.
So some people, when they're doing these things, they're just starting out. They're just, and this is like what they want to do. And then there's other people that I think I would categorize myself in when it comes to at least runway modeling, that is like something they just want to try,
Mhm.
to say, okay, I did it, and I'm happy about it. So it's really interesting to meet different people and uh get all these different kinds of perspectives. It's very rounding for me as well.
So I gotta ask, because you are a woman of many hats. And I just interviewed Miss Connecticut. Shouts out to Miss Connecticut. And also shouts out to Miss Lily. Was it Floral Lily? It was the Connecticut flower. Please forgive me if you're watching this and you're like, this motherfucker couldn't even get my title right. Would you consider pageantry? Just
Wow.
one time. You even have to.
I would be honored to be among so many, because I've seen those pageants. That would be an honor to even get in. I think if I were to get into a pageant, that would, right there, I would be happy. So absolutely, I would not knock down pageantry. That seems like such a really cool thing to be a part of. And it's also really great because I believe the winners, they get to actually be ambassadors and go around the
Yeah,
world. And I think
yeah,
that's a beautiful thing.
yeah. Miss Connecticut volunteer does a lot of work um around mental health as well
Wow.
too. So I think it's beautiful where you see these girls that are, because you know it's I can't imagine, you know, how difficult it is to like being in the pageantry, and then you want to make sure that your work reflects exactly what you want it to reflect, and these people ask you stupid questions and all this stuff in, in the pageantry, but it's still empowering, it's still really dope, and it's and all stuff like that, and I could see you doing it because like you just do whatever you want. And you get it done, you know what I mean? So I just wanted to put that out there.
Definitely.
Also, so when it comes to because I never got to ask you this question as well too. First of all, you have 296,000 followers on TikTok. Congratulations. That's absolutely insane. Um
Thank you. Six, I believe it's 696,000.
696.
Yeah, and it's crazy because it's like actually over 600,000 people found my content and they're like, I'm gonna click follow. And I think that's amazing. And I'm really thankful for that.
How in the hell um how your TikTok's relatively new, right? Um
It's been active since 2020. Yeah.
okay, got you. So about 5 years you accumulated all those followers.
Yeah.
And what do you feel pressure from that? Like, what is it like knowing that all those eyeballs are like? Because I never got to ask anyone that's like big in social media like you this question, so I wanted to take advantage of it. What is it like having all those eyeballs on you? Does it apply more pressure with content creating? What is it like? Because you make great content and you have a lot of good aspects into it and stuff like that. And you're belly dancing with the body contortions and stuff. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. I don't know how the hell you do half the shit you do, but does it bring more pressure?
Um, there is naturally more pressure. When you have the more eyes that you have on you, definitely the more pressure there's going to be. Um, Ever since I started going viral, so I think the very first video that went viral, if I'm not mistaken, was a video where I talk about kind of the pros and cons of running a business as a belly
Mm-hmm.
dancer.
Mm-hmm.
I did it in a comedic way,
Mm-hmm.
and just it got a lot of traction. It got millions of views, and then I had other videos that started to get millions of views, and so a lot of people from all over would follow, either people that were already belly dancers, people who were interested in belly dance, or just people who are like, they see it and they're like, wow, okay, this is pretty interesting. Let me just give it a follow. It definitely adds pressure in the sense that I want to make sure that the content that I post is going to be of similar value and entertain I guess entertainment factor as what I originally posted. So quality. I want to have videos that match the quality of what I posted before. And I think
Mm-hmm.
that's the major pressure for me. Um, because I never want to put out content. That's why I'm very selective with the content that I post. I used to post a lot more content both on Instagram and TikTok, but I
Okay.
decided to slow down because I do believe that quality is better than quantity. Um, at least that's what works for me. I would rather take some time and go into my analytics, see what my followers want to see, as well as what I wish to put out there. Because I always want to be authentic with the type of content that I share as well. Um, and so just having all of those factors in one
Mhm.
It can definitely be a lot of pressure, but it's something that I also was aware of when I first started building my social media.
Mhm.
I was first introduced to social media with, obviously, the OG millennials know YouTube before the ads.
Yep. Yep. Before the
Yeah,
partnerships, all that.
yeah. I think I got my first taste of social media with YouTube when I had a couple singing songs go viral when I was a kid, and then kind of seeing how the comments were back then.
Right.
Now, kind of doing the same thing with Instagram and TikTok. It's kind of like, okay, like pretty much like YouTube comments, but on a different platform. So
Yeah, okay, that's really
I think, can you hear me? I think you're on mute, maybe? I'm not sure.
all right. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Sorry about that. My mic. It
Oh,
I think I need to get a new wire for my mic. But anyway, sorry for the technical difficulties, everybody that's listening. If you saw the live last time, I had issues with my mic again. I apologize about that. I am on the verge of fixing it. My mic is coming in, so everybody relax. um, so TikTok is definitely a game changer with the algorithm. Would you say that it's the best algorithm that we have here in the States compared to Meta and X?
I
Mhm.
would say it really depends. I think that both platforms they share something different, like they have something different to offer. At
Right.
least with my platform, what I've noticed is that with Reels, it's very much more like aesthetics, and with TikTok, it's very much more like informative.
Hmm.
So it really depends on what the user is looking for and how their algorithm is shaped, um, which is also another reason why the content that I post on Instagram can slightly vary from the content that I post on Reels. It
Hmm.
is the same content, but I might post something on Reels with a caption that I
Right.
will not post on TikTok with a caption.
Yeah.
So,
And the
little
reason why,
things like that.
oh, sorry about that. Sorry. Go continue. Sorry.
Oh, I just said little tiny things like that.
Yeah. I mean, the reason why I asked this question because I think people don't know how hard it is to stay consistent when being a content creator and also being an artist as
Yeah.
a content creator, belly dancer as a content creator. You know what I mean? They tell you to post 3 times a day if you want to get the biggest following that you can. And a lot of people just automatically just assume that don't know that, oh, you got the easiest job in the world. and,
Exactly.
and it's really not easy at
It's
all.
At all. It's not easy at all, and I think that, not to sound dramatic, but
It's okay.
that misconception that misconception is every content creator's apex predator.
Hmm.
Because I've had people, that I know in real life, actually, or that I used to know in real life, actually tell me things like, "Oh, it can't be that hard. It's super easy to be an influencer. Being an influencer, being a content creator isn't a real job." And it couldn't be farther from the truth,
Hmm.
because now we are in a society where everybody wants to be an influencer. Everybody wants to be
Yeah.
a content creator, because
Yeah.
the content creators from almost 10 years ago made it look very easy.
Yeah. It's
And
the
it was
most
glamorous.
desired job in America for youth.
Exactly. But the thing is, you have to put in so much work. And then now, with it being a saturated job, you have to put even more work to be different from the others, and it's so
Yeah.
much. It's so much that goes into it. It's literally you are your own marketing person.
Right.
It's a marketing job. People go to college for this. So it's
Yeah.
to say that it's easy or to say that it's not a real job, it couldn't be farther from the truth. You
Mhm.
have to do make content when you don't want to make content. You
That's my problem.
have right? And the thing is, it's just like going to the gym. It's just like doing anything else. Like, you have to have a level of discipline to be able to tell yourself, you know what, even though I don't feel like doing this today, I'm still going to get up and do this. Then being creative, then finding the online sounds that work with your brand, because not every trending sound is going to work with your brand. Then figuring out the posting times, the hashtags, how you're going to do conversion. So if you sell a product, like for example, I myself, I have my online belly dance course, my music, as well as my books that are available to the public. And so figuring out how you're going to convert viewers to maybe more long-term supporters that might be interested in, learning from one of your books or learning from your class. It's all connected and it is very much a job. Um, but I would say the number one thing before going on a tangent is that it takes a lot of discipline, for sure.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And that's why you know, I take notes when I watch you and like people like Janae Matari, a lot of great successful content creators, because I think and I always like pay attention on how you do guys do things, because you do bring a sense of what branding's supposed to be. Has this process of branding is it ever changing, or do you feel like you have a sound doctrine on the way branding should be that makes you successful on your social media outlets?
I feel like I've improved a lot with branding. I always think that there's always room for improvement, especially since I'm independent right now. I'm doing everything on my own. Of course, it's something that I have to watch because I am trying right now to bring my music forth to the light. I think, I'm
Mm,
very passionate about dance. I love dancing very much. But I think just naturally, what can happen is when people see that you do two things, they can resonate with one and not the other. So I think my challenge and what I'm working on right now is showing people, yes, I'm a dancer and it's a passion, but hey, look, here's my music. Here is the original thing that got me into dance in the first place. And it's actually worked. Like a lot of people that came to follow me for dance, now they know that I have music and they're like, "Hey Helen, I'm going to dance to your song." And I'm like, "Oh my god, that's amazing. Thank you."
yeah, and real quick, if anyone's that's listening, I see we got some people listening. If you have any questions for Helen, please ask away. I want to start doing that with this show, because a lot of people are like, oh, you don't have a lot of interactive aspects. So this is my interactive aspect right here that I'm trying to tell you right now. Please send some questions in if you have any questions. Um, yeah, because I think also, like, that's something I struggle with too, because I love long form, and that's one thing that I like about my course with NYU for modern journalism, is that they teach a lot about long form with magazine outlets and stuff like that. These are things that I want to do and stuff like that. So I struggle so much with like the attention span of the average person, where it has to be a few seconds or up to a minute and stuff like that. Do you ever find yourself struggling with doing that? Or like, oh, I want to add this, but maybe it's too much, and like does that drive you
I
crazy?
I used to actually struggle with that because I would want to like post longer stuff. And even now, like I'll still post longer things, but I'll already be aware in the back of my mind, like this is probably not going to make it to Explore or FYP because it's like 45 seconds long, but I don't care. I want to share it. But in the past, I would feel like, wow, okay, I'm posting like this is what I would consider to be quality. So why is it not performing? And then I would literally cut a 45-second video to like the best 8 seconds, and then it will blow up. And
Jesus.
yeah, and it is something that I'm not a fan of. I do think that the attention span of the general public, due to the social media culture,
Right.
is being shortened. But at the same time, and this is something that I learned from one of Robert Greene's books. So I've actually read I haven't read all, but I've read Mastery. So I'm reading Mastery right now. 48 Laws of Power I've read.
Nice.
Yeah, Daily Laws. And so something that Robert Greene talks about in his teachings is that in order to move ahead in life, you have to be able to adapt with the uncomfortable changes, the inevitable uncomfortable changes. And so, even though this is a change that I'm not comfortable with, I think a lot of millennials we're not very comfortable. Maybe even the older Gen Z as well are not so comfortable with this change of like, wow, everything's got to be like the first 30 seconds of what you watch.
Right.
And so I don't think that a lot of people are comfortable with it, but at the same time, this is the trajectory that we're going to in a technological space. So it's important to adapt. And if we're able to adapt, we're able to succeed because we're going along that trajectory.
Yeah, yeah. And we're definitely that generation where we had to adapt a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, people, our parents would tell us, "Oh, you had to adapt to all this." Excuse me. I'm like, well, we were there where it started, and the total switch, the total change. You know what I mean? And it's just always forever changing. And these kids today, they just know it. They know it off the back of their hands, and it's just insane. I listen to the youth on social media a lot, so much. I'm just like, all right, so how the hell did he figure this out?
We're born into technology, so it's like they know, and that's like, wow, okay, teach me.
Yeah, show me what you know. You know, so I mean, look at Silicon. You know what I mean? Like they don't care about degrees, which is insane. It's just all about how good you are with tech. Can
Yeah,
you code? Do you know JavaScript? All these things. And I'm like, oh my God, JavaScript. I remember when MySpace was around and we had to literally like go into the JavaScript just to like change up our pages and stuff and customize our pages. And now that's like, if I would have like paid attention to that more, I would have been making like $200,000 a year, some shit like that.
everybody was doing code for free, and now it's crazy. But I mean, this world that we're living in with the technology and everything, it's a lot. And even for music now, with all these different technologies that we're able to utilize, I think now is one of the better times for independent artists because
Mm,
a lot of us are able to do things straight from our computers because of the technology. So
yeah.
it's a double-edged sword. It can be complicated, but it's also really cool. When you get the hang of it, it's pretty cool.
Right, right. And what do you, oh God, I just had the question in my head. Jesus Christ. We were talking about JavaScript. AI. There we go. Back. So how do you feel about AI in the music industry? Do you think it's problematic, or if it's done right, it can be used to help artists in the future?
Um, I I am 95%
Oh,
against it.
let's go.
The only the only time I would say like personally speaking, it's okay to use AI. And honestly, this was something even before AI Google could do this, is
Mhm.
like if I'm writing a song and I'm using the word orange and I need to find a word that rhymes with orange,
Yeah.
hey, can you find me a list of words that rhyme with orange? And then it give me a list, and I'll have that in mind so I myself can write a lyric that ends
Mm.
in a word. That's the only time, and honestly, AI is not needed to do that because we had Google for that years ago.
Right.
And then before that we had a dictionary. So
Right.
so, but I guess aside from that, I don't believe AI has any business in music creation because art is expression. Art is human expression. So if I'm using AI to make a music, that's not my expression. That's not an artist's expression. That's
Mm.
that's it's almost, and now the fact that it's so, I have so many feelings about it. I have so
Hmm.
many feelings.
So you feel that's a threat to creativity in general,
Yeah,
basically.
I mean, I would say that it's almost like an uncanny valley sort of thing because I think if anybody listens to an AI song deeply enough, they'll be able to tell, okay, this is not a real person. It sounds too fake,
Right.
in comparison to what a songwriter puts out.
Right.
Um, I think we all as humans still have that. We have that ability. Hopefully, we never lose it.
Right.
But at the same time, using it to mimic a voice or using it to create an entire chorus, it does take away from the artistry of a songwriter. There are people that their entire career is just writing music. They're not performers, but they
Right.
just write music. And
Yeah.
so,
You're a songwriter too.
yes, exactly. And so the fact that I write and the fact that I perform and there's AI that writes music and also AI that performs, it's like, okay, well, what are we going to do? I don't think this is an issue that we're going to have anytime soon. I think that the public does appreciate real artists. I think there are a lot of regulations in place for AI in the music space. Legally, you cannot copyright a song that is made entirely of AI. And there's also, I'm sure, many other legal protections at the moment for AI. However, in 100 years is what's going to happen in 100 years because technology is moving very fast.
Oh yeah, definitely in agreement with this. Because I think that we are definitely, with these. All right. Sorry about that.
No, you're fine.
Don't worry, it's coming. Thank you for everybody that's still tuning in while my mic is messing up. Don't worry, it's coming. The new wire and everything is coming. So I think what I was going to say is that, like, I'm very glad that that copyright stipulation is in effect with AI, because I'm very concerned that, there's going to be a generation where music is not as emotional, not as strong, not as inspiring, because you don't feel it within the artists that are going to be singing these songs. And I hope, because I saw at least two artists that are AI generated, um, in this multiverse world that they have, that got signed to record labels, basically. It's like
Wow.
yeah, AI artists, basically. Um, and that's just so threatening to musicians like you and I, and the next generation of musicians. It's like, It's like, oh my God, dude. Like, no.
It's almost as if, and you can't even compare it to a cartoon, right? Because
Right.
the cartoon was made by somebody.
Right.
So yeah, that's wild to hear.
Yeah. Yeah. Very concerning. So after, I don't want to take any more of your time. I know you're a very, very, very busy woman. But if you could tell people your plugins, I got the link in the description so people, you can follow her on TikTok and Instagram and check out her services where, you know, if you need to learn how to sing, you got a good singing teacher right here. You still travel the country with belly dancing?
Yes.
Okay. But yeah, tell us if you got any new projects coming on, whatever you want to share for this last final moments. Floor is yours.
Yes, so I do want to share that if anyone has not heard my latest single, Prisoner, or my more recent single, Red, definitely do so. All of my music is very sentimental to me, but these two songs are very, very special to me. So make sure to listen to it on Spotify. My name is Helen Blondel on Spotify. Make sure to follow me. If you don't have Spotify, my music is on all other platforms as well, including Apple Music, iHeartRadio, YouTube Music, etc. You can follow me at TikTok and Instagram at Helen Singer Dancer, all one word, and Facebook at Helen Blondel. Oh, and YouTube at Helen Singer Dancer. Thank you so much for watching, and I appreciate all of your support.
Thank you so much, Helen, for coming back on the show. It was really, really great. I really appreciate you coming on Little Podcasters Like Myself show still with all the success that you got going on. Like, God, you're a Grammy voter. Jesus.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it, and thank you for having me.
And to everybody that's listening, have a really good day today. I'm gonna go live again on the live stream tomorrow. We got a lot on the news to talk about. Definitely been paying attention. Thank you for everybody that's been tagging me in your things as well too. Helen, have a really good day, and everybody out there, you have a good day too.
Thank you. You too. Bye.
Blank period, yeah. On my black, brown, and indigenous. Gotta holler if you really feeling this. Gotta holler if you really real enough. Other rappers is delirious. Yeah, it's really that serious. Better holler if you really feeling me. I gotta keep it 100, ayy. If you don't like it, then fuck it, ayy. We gonna win in the end, yeah, we gonna live in abundance. I gotta keep it 100, ayy. If you don't like it, then fuck it, ayy. We gonna win in the end, yeah, we gonna. I gotta keep it 100. We gotta stop all the stunting. You know we coming from nothing. Yo, you talking about money, you bluffing. We gotta do something different. We gotta change how we live in. We gotta do better for women. We gotta do better for children. We gotta listen to victims, whether Jewish or Muslim or Christian. It doesn't matter your religion. You gotta stand against the system, or else you just another villain. How you just sitting there chilling?